What's up, fam? This is your boy ELJEFE, and I am here again by popular request. So in one of my previous Galaxy Buds Plus videos, I had asked you which earbuds you wanted me to compare these against. So I've done the original Galaxy Buds versus the Galaxy Buds Plus. I've also done them against the AirPods Pro. And this time we're here to talk about the Galaxy Buds Plus versus the Jabra 75T and the Jaybird Vista. Now these are all coming in right around the same price range, with the Galaxy Buds coming in at $150, the Jaybird Vista coming in at $179, as well as the Jabra 75T also coming in at $179. If you're interested in any of these three, I'll leave links to all three of them in the description box right down below, so make sure you check that out to get the latest updated pricing. Now, before we go any further, and for full disclosure, because I like having transparency with my audience, the Galaxy Buds, the Jaybird Vista, and the Jabra 75T were all given to me by their companies for my honest opinions and review. Now, if this is your first time here, you're not familiar with the way that I do things on this channel, whether I go out and buy the product myself or if a company sends it over to me for review, I'm always going to keep it 100% real with you and let you know whether or not it's worth your hard-earned money. So if you like what you heard so far, make sure you hit that subscribe button along with that small notification bell, and this way you never miss any of my weekly videos. So with that said, let's talk about these earbuds. So let's do a triple comparison, so sort of a three-way deal here. So first, let's start off with the battery life. The Galaxy Buds Plus are going to give you 11 hours worth of playback time on a single charge, with an additional charge in the case, bringing it to a total of 22 hours. So not bad. As far as the Jaybird Vistas go, they give you 7.5 hours with 28 total, including the case. It's very good. And then the Jaybird Vistas, they're going to give you 6 hours worth of playback time with an additional 10 in the case, bringing you to a total of 16. So to rank these out, it's going to be a little bit difficult. Obviously, the Jaybird Vistas are going to come in at the bottom of the pack. They have the shortest playback time and the shortest amount of recharges. Now, there are reasons for this, which I'll get into in just a sec. But as far as the number 1 and the number 2 spot, it really comes down to what you personally prefer. For me personally, I like having the maximum amount of playback time, not really too overly concerned about how many recharges are in the case. So for me personally, I picked the Galaxy Buds Plus as the winner for battery life. Now, that being said, 7.5 hours of the Jabra 75s with an additional 4 charges in the case is also very good. So that's sort of a weird balance. So one of them gives you more playback time with less charges in the case. The other one gives you more charges in the case, but less playback time. So it really comes down to what you personally need. For me personally, I'm rolling with the Galaxy Buds Plus. Feel free to disagree in the comment section. So for me, Galaxy Buds Plus take the number 1 spot, the Jabra 75Ts come in second place, and the Jaybird Vistas come in third. Now, I also wanted to say that the Jaybird Vistas are a very small earbud, and they also have a very tiny case. So they obviously couldn't pack a ton of battery life into that case, so that's sort of the caveat here. But either way, third place for Jaybird Vista. Next up, let's talk about that ambient aware. So what we're talking about with the ambient aware mode is basically ambient sound, also known as pass-through audio or be aware mode. And that's a mode where you can activate the microphones on the earbuds so you can hear what's going on in your surroundings. Now, this contest is really just going to be between the Jabras and the Galaxy Buds Plus, because unfortunately the Jaybird Vistas don't have ambient aware, at least not that I'm aware of. So they kind of get left out and they have to take the number 3 spot here because they basically don't have it. So the contest is between the other two. As far as the other two go, they both do a very good job. I think the Jabras have a very good sound quality to their ambient aware sound. It sounds very good, and it is also adjustable. The Galaxy Buds Plus also do feature an adjustability in theirs, but where they edge out over the Jabra 75s is the fact that they have this 4th level of ambient sound where it almost turns your hearing into like a superhuman hearing. It amplifies the sounds that are going on around you. So, you know, you can sort of hear more of what's going on, or if somebody's having a quiet conversation, you can sort of pick up on that. Listen, I'm not going to judge what you guys do with this superhuman level of hearing, but it does work very well. It definitely boosts the audio, but you do have to be careful because it does make things louder. So there's a loud noise. It could pump it into your ears at a high volume. So be careful with that. But that extra soundability is why they take the win over the Jabra 75s when it comes to the ambient sound. So for me, the win here is going to be to the Samsung Galaxy Buds Plus, with the Jabra 75s coming in second place and the Jaybird Vistas coming in by default in third place since they don't have this mode. Now, next up, let's talk about the IP or water resistance rating here. So the Samsung Galaxy Buds Plus, they have a rating of IPX2, where the Jabra 75s have an IP55. The Jaybird Vistas come in with an IPX7 rating. So here we have A clear winner, obviously, is going to be the Jaybird Vistas. They're going to give you a full waterproof. I mean, this is a very high level of water resistance. You can shower, you can swim, you can get them thoroughly soaked. It is not going to be a problem. IP55 is also very good, but I wouldn't recommend swimming in them and I wouldn't recommend showering in them, but it still gets the job done. IPX2 that you're getting with the Galaxy Buds Plus is a very minimal type of setting, so they're splash resistant. So if they get a little bit of water on them, maybe you get caught out in the rain, something like that, so long as you don't put your hood up after they get a little bit of sprinkle on them and you'll be fine. You can work out and sweat in them a little bit, but I really would not recommend getting them thoroughly soaked. You do have to be careful with that. So as far as IP ratings and water resistance goes, the clear winner here is going to be the Jaybird Vistas with their IPX7. Jabra Elite's coming in second place with IP55, and the Samsung Galaxy Buds Plus in the third with IPX2. So next up, we have the touch controls. And with the Galaxy Buds Plus, you're getting programmable touch controls. So very light press already, where you can control the volume, where you can control play, pause, skip tracks, answer and end phone calls, and access to your smart assistant of choice. And like I said, programmable. So you can program the long press to do different things. For me personally, I like having volume control on there. That's what I use mine for, but you can set it up to do different things. So you can have it where one of them is volume control and the other one gives you smart assistant, or one gives you volume control and the other one can give you your ambient aware sound. So you have different options and different modes, and that is an excellent way to set these up. And it helps you personalize them to your personal needs. As far as the Jabra 75s go, they have a button control, and unfortunately they are not programmable. They're basically programmed the way they are, and that's how you have to roll. Now, I'm not saying that Jabra at some point may release a firmware update where it gives you the ability to program these buttons. Hey, here's hoping. But as of right now, they are not programmable. Now, with their button control is easily one of the lightest press button controls that I have ever felt. Most of the time when you have buttons in earbuds, you have to do the pinch and press method. With these, you actually don't even have to do that. Just a light touch and you'll feel that click happen. So it gets the job done. And they do give you full control. You have volume, skip track, answer and phone calls, ambient sound on one earbud, access to your smart assistant, so they give you full controls with those buttons. So kudos to them. It's actually a very well implemented button control. And thirdly, we have the Jaybird Vistas. And the Jaybird Vistas also have a button control, but unfortunately it is nowhere near as clicky or as light press as you get with the Jabra 75Ts. But on the plus side, it is programmable. So you can change some of those functionalities of what they do. And they give you some pretty decent options. So in the app, you can make some certain adjustments, change things around, volume control, power on and off. You can even have it access where it accesses a playlist, things like that. So there is good controls as far as that goes. Unfortunately, you definitely want to do the pinch and press method because it takes a little bit more force to press that button. So really the race as far as controls go, it's really a race for second place between Jaybird and Jabra, because the clear winner here is the Samsung Galaxy Buds. So for me personally, the Galaxy Buds take the first place with their programmable touch control. Second place, I'm going to have to give it to Jabra 75s for having a very light press and full controls over the earbuds built straight in. Third place, it was close, because they're programmable button controls in the Jaybird Vista. Unfortunately, it's the amount of force that it takes to press the button. That's what puts them in the number 3 spot, in my opinion. So now let's move on to the call quality. But call quality, I'm not gonna judge it for you. I'm gonna go ahead and play you samples of these calls for all 3 of these earbuds, and I'm gonna let you be the judge. You make sure you let me know which one you think, or which one's number 1, number 2, and number 3 down in the comment section. Let's go. So here we have the call quality test for the Jaybird Vista. Obviously we're indoors and we're in a quiet environment. So next up, let's take it outside and see what we get. All right, so here we have the outdoor call quality test for the Jaybird Vista. It's kind of a quiet evening, light breeze, got some traffic going by in the background. But as always, you got to be the judge of the outdoor quality down in the comment section. All right, and here we have the indoor call quality with a bunch of crowd noise playing in the background. So as always, you got to be the judge of the call quality down in the comment section. All right, so here we have the call quality test for the Jabra 75T. So we're right now indoors, obviously, in a quiet environment. So let's take this party outside and see what we get. All right, so here we have the outdoor call quality test for the Jabra 75T. So a little bit of traffic going by, very light breeze, and just some random noises going on my street. But as you can hear, it's actually coming through pretty clearly. But as always, you got to be the judge in the comment section. Next up, let's take it back inside. Let's play some crowd noise. All right, so here we have the call quality test for the Jabra 75Ts, and now we're playing some crowd noise, like you would be in a crowded cafe or maybe on a bus station, something like that, so you can hear what it would sound like in a crowded environment. But as always, you let me know what you think of the call quality for the Jabra 75Ts down in the comment section. And here we have the indoor call quality for the Galaxy Buds Plus. So nice and quiet environment indoors, obviously. So let's take this outdoors, see what we get. All right, so now we're back outside. A little bit of traffic going by in the background. Nothing too crazy. Still only a light breeze. But as always, you got to let me know what you think of the call quality down in the comment section. Now, let's go back inside, play some crowd noise. All right, so here we have the indoor call quality with a bunch of crowd noise playing in the background. So you let me know what you think. Is the call quality on the Galaxy Buds that much better than the others? Sound off in the comment section. You be the judge of this one. So next, let's talk about comfort. Now, mind you, let me give you a disclaimer here. Comfort is highly subjective. So that's really going to come down to the shape of your ears and what kind of fitment you get out of these earbuds. So I can only base the comfort on my own personal experience. So as far as these three earbuds for comfort, for me personally, the Galaxy Buds have the most comfort out of all three for my own ears. They give you a couple of different wingtips, a couple of different ear tip sizes. You kind of set them up to the way they fit your ear, and once they fit in, they lock in, and there's no issues with them falling out or sealing or any of that. I can wear this anywhere from 2 to 3 hours before I even really start having any sort of ear fatigue whatsoever after wearing them. So that's very good. As far as the Jabra 75s, very good fitment. I just had to get the correct ear tip on there to make sure I got a proper seal. And after that, I don't have any trouble with them falling out or any of those sort of issues. The exact same thing goes with the Jaybird Vistas. For me, very comfortable. They're a smaller earbud. They sit in my ear very nicely. The ear hook locks in very well. No problems whatsoever. But out of all three, and just like I said, this is very, very personal to my own ears. Comfort-wise, Galaxy Buds Plus, by far. More discreet, smaller size, very light. They fit in my ears very well, and they seal up really nicely. So, to me personally, they're the winner. Second place I would give to the Jaybird Vista because it's a very secure fit. They don't go anywhere. You could bounce around and do all sorts of things, and it is not going to be a problem. Thirdly, it's going to be the Jabra 75s. Also excellent fit, but just seems just slightly less secure than the other two, and that's what secures them in the number 3 spot. Next up, let's talk about the volume and the sound quality. So first up, the volume. So the Galaxy Buds Plus do get noticeably louder than their original version, by about 1 or 2 ticks in the volume department. Are they the loudest earbuds that I've ever heard? No, but more than enough volume. The key to getting proper volume out of the Galaxy Buds or the Galaxy Buds Plus is to make sure that you actually turn the volume up on these earbuds prior to adjusting the volume on your device. So people out there that complain about the Galaxy Buds being too quiet, either 1, you're not getting a proper seal, or 2, you're not turning the volume up on the earbuds prior to turning up the volume on your device. So make sure you do that first. Secondly, let's talk about the Jabra 75s. These have excellent volume, lots of overhead. So whereas on the Galaxy Buds Plus, I have to listen to those anywhere from, 75 to 90% sometimes. With the Jabra 75s, I can comfortably listen to these anywhere from 60 to 75, sometimes as much as 80%. So they give me plenty of volume overhead, and they are noticeably louder than the Galaxy Buds Plus. With the Jaybird Vistas, there's also very good volume as well, louder than the Galaxy Buds Plus, but not as loud as the Jabra 75s. So number 1, we're going to have the Jabra 75Ts. In second place, you've got the Jaybird Vistas. And in third place, the Galaxy Buds Plus. So not saying that the Galaxy Buds Plus don't have enough volume or aren't loud. It's just these two are just simply louder, higher levels of volume. Now, as far as the sound quality is concerned, the Samsung Galaxy Buds Plus sound very good, more of a neutral type of sound right out of the box. In the app, they do give you different app settings. Like I've said in a previous video, I prefer the dynamic and the soft. So this sounds very good. I like the way it sounds, nice deep punchy bass. Mids are a bit more neutral with a little bit of brightness in the treble, nothing too crazy. I like the way they sound. The Jabra 75s, they bring some serious rumble. They have some serious bass, a good punch and impact to it. Mids are very nice, and the treble, you get some really good vocal clarity. I was very impressed. Plus, with the app, you could make a lot of different adjustments. It comes with some different EQ adjustments built right into it, and they also have a graphic equalizer where you can make all the granular adjustments yourself. So you do have that option. Third, you have the Jaybird Vista, another one. Excellent bass, great mids, and great treble. And you have a ton of different EQ settings in the app, along with a lot of user EQ settings that you can access. Not only that, they also give you a feature where it's sort of like a Hear ID feature, where they give you that small hearing test where you can sort of make a customized EQ for your own ears, and that is very helpful. Not only that, they also have sort of like a graphic EQ where you sort of kind of map out the different points of where you want the bass and where you want the mids and where you want the treble and stuff. So you get a lot of control over the sound. Very good in my personal opinion. So the hierarchy of sound here, for me personally, just on pure sound quality alone, I'm going to give the win to the Jabra 75Ts. I am highly impressed with the sound quality of these. So for me personally, with the Jabra 75s, as far as EQ goes, just right out of the factory, they sound very good, but the bass is very strong and very heavy. So if you're into bass, these are the ones you really want to roll with. For me personally, I sort of EQ'd it down. I sort of gave it more of a treble boost and brought the bass down just a little bit to sort of give it a little bit more balance, and it sounds excellent, just exquisite for a set of true wireless earbuds. As far as the number 2 spot, I'm going to give it to the Galaxy Buds. So even though they don't have as much volume as the other two, with their dynamic or with the soft setting, it actually sounds really good, much more balanced, but very enjoyable to listen to. Number 3, I'm going to give that to the Jaybird Vista. So the Jaybird Vista still have an excellent sound quality. They have deeper bass and you have a lot of adjustments in the sound, but to me personally, just to my ears, they just didn't sound quite as good as the Galaxy Buds or the Jabra 75s. So with all of that said, which one would I go with in this price range? So overall, you sort of have to be the judge and figure out exactly what works best for you. For me personally, because I am so big on having sound quality, that I prefer the Jabra 75s over the other two options just based on sound quality alone. I don't spend a lot of time making phone calls. Not that these other ones don't have great microphones, but for me, most importantly, is going to be watching videos and listening to music. And for those two things, while all three of it do it well, the Jabra 75s are the ones that left the most lasting impression on me out of these three while using them all back to back. But that is just my personal opinion. You have to be the judge based on your needs and exactly what you need out of a set of true wireless earbuds. So if you have any questions, concerns, comments, any of that stuff, leave that down in the comment section. And if you're new here and you're one of the new people that have come in and you're not aware of the way that I do things, I try to answer every single one of these comments to the best of my ability. So say what's up down in the comment section. If you like this video, go ahead and smash that like button. If you didn't like this video, go ahead and hit the dislike button. There's always one or two of you out there. I don't want you feeling left out. And if you haven't done so already, consider joining the fam. Hit that subscribe button along with that small notification bell, and this way you never miss any of my weekly videos. So with all that said, I hope you enjoyed this comparison. I hope I brought you some good value today. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next video.